Is the mind-muscle connection a real thing? Let's talk about it. I'm Matt Hsu from Upright Health, where we help you think right, move right, and feel right. This is part 3 of a 4-part video series on helping you use your muscles, understand your muscles, and care for your muscles. So be sure to check out the other parts of this series. If you're new here, we always have helpful links in the description box, and you should consider subscribing so you don't miss out on any future videos. So let's talk about the mind-muscle connection. When I first started getting into the world of exercise and trying to fix my own body, I found people on the internet talking about this mind-muscle connection thing. Arnold Schwarzenegger has talked about it, other powerlifters, bodybuilders have mentioned it, but you always see people say, that's a bunch of BS, that doesn't exist, that's not scientific, there's no studies to prove it. So in this video, I want to break it down for you in a real simple way so that you understand what the mind-muscle connection really is and whether it even exists. The mind-muscle connection is the idea that you can train yourself to feel muscle and engage muscle better. Now, for some reason, some people think that this is impossible, and I think the reason is they don't understand how they even use their own bodies. And they don't understand that there is absolutely 100% a connection between parts of your body and your mind. To start this discussion, let's talk about the mind-finger connection. So a lot of people don't believe that there's a connection between your mind and your finger. So what I encourage you to do is take a hammer, put your finger on a table or something like this, and then take a good solid whack and see how your finger affects your mind. Now, if you're like me, actually whacking your finger is going to have a pretty drastic effect on your mind. How does this apply to the mind-muscle connection? Well, the whole idea of the mind-muscle connection is that you can train yourself to think about the muscle better, to feel the muscle better, and then to engage that muscle better. Now, for people who say there's no such thing as the mind-muscle connection, you're literally ignoring very obvious pieces of evidence that your muscles and your mind are connected. For example, have you ever felt a sore muscle after working out? Did you actually feel a muscle strain ever? Have you ever pulled a hamstring? If you've experienced anything like those sensations, then you obviously know that there is an effect mentally from having feedback from your muscles. You will have also noticed that when you have a really severe strain, when you can't move properly, your mood and your mind are drastically affected. Just think about how clearly you can think if you have a sore muscle versus when all your muscles feel pretty good and healthy. Not only do muscles affect your ability to use them, but they also affect your ability to even think clearly. So how do you use the mind-muscle connection to your advantage and in your training when you're trying to either reactivate something or when you're trying to just build up a muscle? Well, you want to start learning how to listen and how to send commands. What does that mean? Well, the biggest problem we've seen with a lot of people that we train is that they can't feel muscles of the posterior chain, meaning the backside of the body. One key area is the glutes. Maybe when you go into a forward fold or a hip hinge, you can't feel your butt muscles firing at any stage of the motion. What you can do is mentally try to reestablish that connection. You want your brain talking to your butt. You want to think, okay, I want this area to fire. So I'm going here, I'm trying to squeeze this, I'm sending a command, and I'm also trying to listen to those muscles to make sure I feel them contracting. So these are two ends of the same thing, right? We need to think about send the command to the muscle, make that muscle fire, and then also be aware of whether or not it's actually firing. You'll be surprised if you've never done anything like this to find that for many muscles that you haven't used, you can't feel what's going on. Many times we've seen people try to fire their rhomboids and mid-traps and try to pull their shoulder blades together like this, And even though they're making the motion, they can't feel those muscles firing. The same thing happens with the glutes, the hamstrings, and any other muscle in your body. You might be firing it, but you can't feel it. And if that mind-muscle connection is broken, you can't effectively train it. A perfect example of this in real life was with a client that I worked with who flew all the way over from Scandinavia to work with me for just one session. She had tons of hip problems that weren't going away. She'd gone to PT, she'd been doing cross training, CrossFit, she'd been doing all kinds of stuff with her physical therapist and random people that she'd worked with to try to fix her hips. And what ended up fixing her hips was getting her to connect her brain, her mind, to her butt. So we started her off doing something really simple like a hip hinge, and just to fire the muscles to come back up, meaning her hamstrings and her glutes, she was getting shaking like this. And that was a clear sign that she was unable to send commands to these muscles to help her control the motion. And she couldn't feel those muscles working when she was doing the exercise. So what we did was have her focus on feeling the right muscles, holding on to a very small amount of weight while doing the exercise to really force the muscles to engage. And we just had her do it over and over and over again. And she went home, she started doing her homework, she just kept working on building the strength and building that mind-muscle connection. And she was able to go on a long cross-country skiing trip that same year. I hope you now understand the mind-muscle connection and how it can help you. If you're looking for the other parts in this series on muscles, be sure to check the description box. And if you liked this video, click the like button, leave a comment down below, share it with a friend, and think about subscribing if you haven't already. As always, I hope you remember that pain sucks. Life shouldn't.